Today we're going to be talking about how I save pictures to my iPad for the kids to use in their different centers. That was one of the questions I got asked when I posted my last video on Sketch and how to use that app. So I'm just going to show you real quickly how that happens. The first thing I do is go to Safari. So down here on the right hand side of the iPad you can see my app Safari, which is our web browser. You could use Chrome or any other web browser you might have on your iPad. So we're going to open that browser, and then we're just going to pretend that in my class we're doing a study on insects, so I want to have insect pictures for them to use on whatever app we're using that week. So I'm just going to type in insect pictures and press go, and you can see here I have Google, and what I click is this images button right here on the iPad, and it brings up all different kinds of images on there. Now if you're using an app like Poplet or something where you just need a small image, the easiest way, as you see the insects you like, is just to hold your finger on top of the image for a couple of seconds, and you'll get this little pop-up box, and you press Save Image, which is this one right here, and it saves it to your camera roll. So I'm going to do that for a couple of them and just try to find a couple of images that I like and save those images real quick. When I'm doing this for my classroom, it usually takes me 2 to 3 minutes to find a good 20 images that I want to use in the classroom, and then those stay on my iPad's camera roll for that whole week as the kids use this center. Now one thing I want to point out with doing it this way is you're actually saving the small image size, so it doesn't work good if you're wanting a huge image for the kids to like label on Sketch. So if you want the full size image, you actually have to click on the image, let it open up the full size, and then hold down that picture and save it, and now it will save that full clear image that you can use in a lot bigger setting. And then you would just press back on the browser to look at different insects that you might want. So let's go check out the photos. So I'm going to go down here to my photos. I'm using iOS 7, so my photos looks a little bit different than probably many of you with the old Sunflower. It's the same app, it's just the icon has changed when you update to the new iOS. So I'm going to open Photos, and you can see those images that I put on there are all there for the kids to use. So if we were using Sketch or Poplet or Explain Everything or any of the other apps that I use a lot for the kids to create, they would have this bank of images to choose from. Obviously this is something that if you're teaching the older kids that they can do on their own, and my class does get to the point where they're able to search for some of these images on their own, but starting out with, I have this bank of images for them to use. So it's as simple as that. If you were going to use Sketch as I showed in my last video, these images would be in your camera roll, so the kids would add a photo and they would have these to choose from. If you have any other questions, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate you watching.